Okay, it's live. I just want to talk real quick. Somebody was asking about opt-in pages. It can't be generic. It has to be something that you would want to sign in on. Just going to make this 15, 20 minutes. Let's see. Who's this, Griff? Oh, Thomas. How you doing? Let's see. So I just want to show about opt-in pages real quick. Best thing is to look at other people's opt-in pages. I noticed that somebody showed a opt-in page. It was kind of bland, so that's why it's not going to convert, or why you didn't get no opt-ins. So let me show you real quick. See this one? I'm trying. Hopefully, I shared my screen. Anything? Let's see. I think it was you, Dan, that actually asked about opt-in pages.
Well, yeah, I'm the one that was running the campaign.
Oh,
okay. Let me show. I'll just show you what I do. You don't want to rip something off verbatim, but you want to look at stuff that people have been running on a regular basis. If that makes sense. Just want to show you. What I usually do, especially for my opt-in pages and ones that I mentioned, and I tell Griff that really to make, is find out some of the bigger guys in the industry. Daniel Sharp is one of the good ones. I'm not sure you can see this right here. You might want to write down his name or try to find this one. He's been running this for a while. How do I know? I watch. I don't really go on Facebook for any other reasons but to scroll down news feeds and get ideas for ads and to see what people are using for opt-in pages. This guy right here. Okay, I don't know about Anik.
What's up, affiliates? Man, I got a big announcement. Let me ask you a question. Look at this.
See how he does? He basically, I'm not sure if it was me or him, but if you watch how he just basically, he takes this out.
What's this? What's this right here? $1. You got $1 on you?
See, he just does stuff that's kind of, but he does it for a couple minutes.
If you need to reach out to us, you'll see information below as
well. But
he
talks real fast because that way he doesn't make them all like bored, right? And then his pages are always good. He usually sells the webinars. Let me see what he's doing here. Is right over here. He's grabbing your name, your email, and all your stuff right here. And most of the times he's giving out something free. But this is one guy you want to watch. I watch Anik a lot, and I'm good friends with Anik. And he's on the follow. But if you notice, he puts, like, for any opt-in page that does well, usually there's a video here. And the reason he's doing just for $1 is because a paid customer is worth 10 times more than a person that gets a freebie. If you got freebie people on your list, they're not going to convert, or it's not going to do as well as a paid list, even if they spend $1. And that's a fact. You're looking at probably a person that's on a, like if, let's say you have 1,000 people on a list, and let me come back on, stop screen sharing. The 1,000 people that are on there that are free are probably worth $1 or less a month. If they're a paid person that pays even 50 cents a dollar, are worth $4 or $6 a month. You see the difference on that? That's huge, really, and that's going to help you. I'd say you're doing affiliate marketing or doing any kind of marketing that's really strong. I just want to mention that. Okay, then on your opt-in list, or is the reason they didn't do as well was because you have to ask yourself, would you opt in for that? And that's really it. Sometimes, let me show you stuff, what make it a little bit easier to understand. Your screen share. And like I said, copying is the best way. I mean, it's not always good to just reinvent something or just make something up. You're going to do much better if you copy something and try to change it up a little bit. Okay, I didn't show you this guy. Okay, I didn't see this yet before, but look at what he's doing here. The 9 to 5, I like to give you my free book. Freaking just copy this, change the copy up a little bit, and then look how he puts his name. He puts as featured on Forbes, Entrepreneur, and CBS. Okay, most of the times when they put this here, they only advertised on there. So now they're able to say, seen on CBS, Entrepreneur, and Forbes. And I know that, oh, you guys have seen that before. And it's basically, I don't think it's kind of legit, but they can legitimately say that because they have. Now, you look for sponsored ads. And you get a bunch of them on here all the time. Let me see, Mosh. Okay, Anik, here you go. Coaching one-on-one. See what he's doing right here.
Hey, this is Alex Simone.
Now, this is what I like about about your opt-in pages, a video. See, this is a graphics. What I'll do is I'll take this opt-in page, if you guys don't mind, and I'll put it inside the group so you can look at how he did that. I wouldn't take, don't rip them off too much, but I've been known to actually copy this and take this and use that for mine. Now, right here is, you see this pixie? You see this color, everybody? This is a color that Dr. Ben uses and a lot of folks out there uses that helps convert on pages. That's why I want to take this. You can find this by this piece of software. I forgot what it's called, Pixel or Pixie, something like that. You take this and use the same color. They use this on sales pages and opt-in pages. If you notice, he's using this again here. Right here, this yellow, this converts very well. You see, he's using that over and over and over. So I'm going to take this page and I'll put this inside the group. I want you to take this page and put this away and file this away for yourselves. And let me put that in there so that, because you may not find the later on. All right, somebody actually take that and hold on to it, because once this is ended, you won't find this later on. But see, Anik, he does well over $2 million on that. I want you to know that. He does over $2 million a year doing what he's doing. He has 526,000 emails or people on his list. So he is definitely somebody to follow and watch. Any questions? I mean, I know I talk fast or anything. Thomas, you usually have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I think, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, I apologize. I tell you what, I need a little lesson on how do you crank up Google Hangouts too. So, but let's go back over. Let's go back. Yeah. Let's go back over this.
I'm going to try to share a screen, but I don't want to give any of my niches away because some people. But I'm going to try to show you how to do it, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Let me see where I am with this, if you don't mind. This is a secret, and please don't share this because it is hard for everybody else out there. Don't make any videos to teach anybody how to do this. I had to figure out how to do this because Google Hangouts has changed everything. Okay, I'm just telling you straight up, do not share this information. Okay. What happened is Google Hangouts changed it, and a lot of people don't do Google Hangouts because they don't know the secret or how to get into it. Again, don't share it. This is for your eyes only. That's why I'm putting this video on unlisted after I get done, but you'll have access to the video. Let me just find it real quick. Get everything going. All right, let me share my screen real quick for you. And definitely take notes, okay?
Right.
Can you see my screen, folks?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't go to stream now. I go to events. You catch on so right there? This is on the day. Okay, you see these. Okay, you'll see stream now, and then you're going to see events.
Gotcha.
Very few people know how to do this. They screwed everything up. They changed it all up. It took me days and hours and multiple hours how to make this work again. Nobody showed me how to do it. I had to figure it out. You do an event, not a stream, event, and then you put new event. Name it, go live now. Any questions on that?
Nope.
It's easy, isn't it? But it freaking nobody knows how to do it. That's worth the price of admission right there. Now you guys know how to do it. I hope you took notes. If you want me to go through it again sooner or later, I think it's so easy, done easy, is that now you already got it. Don't share it with anybody because now you know how to do it, and it'll make you elevated above everybody else. You notice that nobody does Google Live Hangouts anymore. Why do you think that's? They don't know how to do it. Even ask Benny if he knows how to do it. You know, Tom. You don't know. They don't know how to do it. I had to figure it out, and everything is switched around, screwed up, or anything. It used to be go live, and it was one button.
Yeah.
But I had to go through a back door, and I found that back door. How did I find? I don't know. It just sometimes things come stupidly easy for me, even though I'm not a big coder like Griff. Start doing your Google your events. They do rank very well, just like the old days. If you want to review products, if you want to do anything, if you want to get stuff higher up on for your clients, it's the way to go. But don't teach anybody, because it's your, you know what, otherwise, and see, this is what happened. A lot of folks out there with product creation, and me included, we were able to make $2,000 in one day mailing products out. What happened was you got the likes of Alex Jeffries and a lot of people out there that taught product creation. They screwed it up for everybody. Now folks are out there are lucky to make even 1% of that. You teach everybody except for the mastermind. See, the mastermind is great because we keep our mouth shut. We don't teach everybody else because it's for us, because it took us a lot of time and investment, the time to get to staying in this group and keeping our ears open. We deserve it. We're all friends. We're all comrades, you know. And that's where I want to just keep it, so we elevate everybody else. But nobody else gets elevated except for our little mastermind. And that's the truth. That's what I just want to keep that really for you. Start practicing on Google Hangouts. Even do it, just start one and just see how it works. It's going to work. I promise you it's going to work. But now, you know, guys know. I just thought sometimes I feel like you already knew it, and that's why I didn't teach it. But if you have a question, definitely ask. All right, then. If I don't know it, Griff or even one of you guys might even have the answer. I don't have the answers to everything. I'll be the first one to tell you that. So what I want to basically review what I got done saying. Copy the big boys, especially if they're doing sponsored paid ads. They're not going to waste their ad money by doing stuff that doesn't convert. If it's not converting, scratch it. Stop wasting your money. Share your opt-in pages with the group. When I saw that one opt-in page, I knew exactly what's going on, because I've wasted a lot of money with stuff that didn't work. And that's straight up. I'm not sure if Griff can hear me. Sometimes he's working in the background, but Griff has software or pieces inside the agency that does make opt-in landing pages. I'm pretty sure he does.
Saying that.
You just got to go, like what I did with the agency when I first got in there. I went one by one to one, and I started opening those tabs to see exactly what's available to me. And that's going to open your eyes once you start doing that, because you're like, that exists? Wow. Even the stupid thing of making GIFs exists. Imagine actually using a, and I'll say it's only less than a couple seconds, but imagine the views you're going to get when you do a sponsored ad with a GIF. Because it's so quick. All you do is go, you see me do that before. You're gonna get a ton of ads. Now, what's happening right now, and I see other people inside, they're talking about inside it's like $1 million group that's Griff and I are part of. It's a Skype group. And people are starting to complain that Facebook is not allowing you to put links or certain links in there, just like Griff actually explained or he predicted. And now they're saying the only way you're gonna be able to get it in is by paying money. Because Facebook is like a paid whore. You know, they'll take your money, allow you to have it in there, but only if you pay the money, and that's really it. Any questions, really? That's the best way. Just ask me the questions, and it's easy, because sometimes I feel like I don't know what you don't know until you ask.
Let's see. One thing that I don't know if I'm getting a lot of echo when I'm speaking or not, but one thing I thought I would, one thing I thought I would start doing, and I'm going to take some of the things that I've learned, particularly in the advertising, in the Facebook advertising, and I'm gonna make up a little small program. I did just one little part today, the four things that you want to know when you actually want to figure out what to give as far as give away for your ad. So I thought I would take some of that and put it into a short program, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 pages, and let everybody absorb that, and then we can talk about it next week. So I got one page in today, but I didn't have time enough to do some more. And I would like for some of our other folks to do. And I know my big thing that I don't know how to do is get all my links up to ClickBank and to JVZoo and to Amazon to feel comfortable about getting paid in when I run an ad. So those are some of the things that I need for some of the other members to do. So I think that would, if we all would give a little bit of some of the knowledge that we have already in our brains, then that'll help us also. And I thought that was a great idea that Dan had. Let's fix up a whole squeeze page that all we have to do is drop and drag and put into our funnel for, say, Griff's products. I mean, that would be a no-brainer to make money for us, and then it would make y'all look like geniuses. Mm-hmm. Seriously.
That's a great idea. And here's the other thing is that it's going to help you guys too, is if you have questions, I think it was Dan that asked, I love when you ask questions on the thing. That way it gives us material to talk about, gives me something to prepare for it, because I'm going to be honest, I think when I do these things, I'm not as excited as I was before because I don't know what to talk about anymore, because I really did give the gems. Everything I knew, I talked for hours. That's why they went on for so long, because I had so much to say. But now I don't have anything much to say because I gave you everything that I had, and it's 10 times more than I got when I first started. So you guys have more, and you should be making more than I usually ever did, if that makes sense, because I had to fumble and figure everything out in the beginning. You don't have to do that. You already have everything there is. The only difference is you had more information than I had when I first started. The only difference between me and you is I took 10 times more action. I mean, I really did. I mean, for example, if I told you to call one person, I was calling from maybe morning to night. And that really is. And and no objections didn't even matter because I just picked up the phone or contacted another one. But I was basically just like Rocky. I had the eye of the tiger. And here's the thing is that you guys have everything you need to get it ranked, especially with the backlinks. I think what it is that we have to start going into the area, because we already know how to get clients. We know how to do all that stuff. We need a little bit more help inside here and people figure it out. I know Griff's working on stuff too to make as software to get our stuff ranked on Google a lot faster. And that's where I think that we're a little weaker on. And I'm just telling you, the tools are there, but I want to basically find ways or more powerful features to get stuff ranked. Sometimes 24 hours, 48 hours, almost guaranteed. Does everybody agree with that?
Oh yeah.
And if, I don't care if it's Griff software or somebody else's software, I can usually get a discount because I do know everybody out there, except for some of the haters. You know, even though that there's a couple of haters out there, I can't do anything about that. I've always treated everybody well, but sometimes people just hate you for some darn reason. And you know, I know that every one of you has that, really. And you don't know why or why the hell they're like that, because you only treated them kindly. Am I right? Everybody here? Yes. Shake your head. Yes. Or anything. We all have those people, and it doesn't matter who they are. It could be a family member, or it be a stranger, or it be a coworker, or it can be a personal competitor inside the business. But you're gonna have that. People are strange, and that's really it. But other than that, I can usually get a discount for everybody here if you find something that's decent. I don't like the stuff that's plugins. I'm just being honest, because you have to, you know, hook that up. I like stuff that's really cloud-based, where that you basically click a few buttons or anything, and it just works, and you just basically get a bunch of PBNs and stuff like that. Watch out when you buy stuff that it really works, you know, and don't be afraid to return it. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's crap, you know, I mean, some of these guys, and they're jerks too. Like if they, okay, don't offer a guarantee if you don't want to really give the stuff back, give the money back. Some of these guys I see inside these news feeds is they bitch and they complain. Oh, and it seems like the end of the month and people are starting to refund. You know what? They're not all bad. Some of them just say your product doesn't work. And we both all know that. How many of you bought products and they just dang don't work or do what they actually said they're going to do on the sales page? You have every right to return that product. And if I were like you, I would do the same thing. I have no problem doing that, really. But I know that they're going to give you a bunch of crap if you do. You want to stay with reputable people, but sometimes the reputable people don't deliver either, because it's just a quick cash grab. Then that's the thing, is that I'm looking for stuff, and I need it personally too, because I'm in the same game as you. I have clients that need their stuff ranked, and some of it is medium or higher competitiveness. Or you have a stalker that's stalking your company or writing bad things about it. We need to actually raise it higher than them. So if you guys see something that works, let us all know, and then we'll all start, and I'll try to contact that gentleman. Sometimes Griff has more contacts than I have, you know, and he may know that person. I'm sometimes amazed that he knows, because I thought I knew everybody. I figured, and I'd be sometimes egotistical, but I thought I knew everybody. There's no way Griff even knows half the people. But he does know people out there. So between the both of us, we can both most likely find a way to get that and get it go. And here's the thing. Sometimes, and I'll be honest, there is a collective buying group. I know that every one of you have been in the black hat groups. Yes, okay. I have too. And sometimes there's something called a collective buying. That's a really good piece of software. And all you guys know about that, of course, where say that's a couple $100 and everybody chips in, they're able to use it. And that's something that we could do too. Like let's say it's a monthly or purchase it. We all say, hey, you know what, who wants to be part of it? And we can purchase that. We can use that for our businesses. And I think that that would be great too. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't have a comment on that. I just have a comment on going back to the Google Hangout stuff. When you're done with the Google Hangout, does it automatically create a YouTube video for you then?
It's supposed to, but it doesn't do it all 100%. It usually does. It usually does. 99% times it does. Let me check what's going on right here. I just want to check, make sure if it is going on. I mean, let me see. New technology like this one. I hate. You know what? I can't tell you it's going to do it all the time.
All right.
And that's what I hate about it.
I'm going to drop a bomb in here because this is important. All right.
Okay.
Hangouts on Air is no longer September 12th. There is no more Hangouts on Air. It goes bye-bye. Get used to using YouTube Live. I mean, Google killed it. It's dead. There is no API. They've been telling people for months. YouTube Live. Hangouts on Air is gone. Done. Finished. So that's the end of that.
What's the alternative to it again, Griff?
YouTube Live.
And we can do groups on YouTube Live?
I don't know yet.
Okay, gotcha. Because I do YouTube Live. I mean, I like YouTube Live.
On a one-on-one. See, Google always likes the one-on-one thing. They never like the idea of business conferencing. See, what they did, they killed the API for the general public. But for the companies like Slack and some of the others that invested $1 million in Hangouts, and Ring Central is another one. There will still be a dial-in for their applications only because they invested a shitload of money in it. But you will not be able to do it through the Google platform anymore. I mean, as far as Google is concerned, dead issue, mute point. That's just the way it's going to be. I'm working on some stuff for YouTube Live, but it's going to be a long couple of months. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Here's the thing. It's not total.
Yeah, I know about it. I've known about it, and I've been trying to develop something for it. I don't know that my guys can actually handle it, and I've got feelers out for other guys that may be able to handle it. My guy in the Ukraine is playing with it now. All right, well, we're going to wait and see. It's just, I would love to say, yeah, we're going to have something. We will sooner or later, but I don't know if it'll be right at the transition or not.
Well, what should be used for this group then? For
Yes, can I
communicating?
ask,
We've got until September, so we got 2 months to worry about
can
it.
I answer that question, guys? Skype. We can have everybody on Skype. I do have recording equipment for the Skype. That is actually paid for to actually. I'm sure that Griff has it too. So don't worry about it. I did that as a backup because Griff told me personally. I don't have the knowledge that Griff has. I'm just be the first one to tell you. He's on the cutting edge because he has his team that's always keeping him informed with everything. And I don't talk to the team members because they don't need to be distracted by me, and that's the way I prefer it.
I'm a streaming guy. That's all I care about is live streaming. I could give a rat's ass about anything else. It's all valuable. It's all important. But as far as I'm concerned, the world is running on live streaming. And that includes in your ranking and everything else. So the best live streaming tools are the ones that are going to be the most valuable. And if we have to transition over to YouTube Live, I mean, that's not a big deal. I mean, we do it with pre-produced content now. We go to YouTube Live with curated content. That's not a big deal. But doing it in a live scenario with webcams in a room is different. So that's the issue at the moment.
Here's the third backup. I already thought of all the backups because I do care about this group, even though sometimes I'm late. That's why sometimes you guys got to start it too, if you don't mind, because sometimes things happen to me as they happen to you, or just stuff happens really. Because I have so much stuff on my plate. Griff knows about it, but only one of my things would have been rough for anybody. I might have 6 or 7 things that are rough right now for me. Also, there's something called BeLive, BeLive. Everybody write that down, please. It's a free right now. It's easy to use. Start practicing on that, please. It's simple to use, but you got to start using it. You see what I'm saying? Right now, as far as I know, they don't allow you to share stuff, but it doesn't mean anything. It's still a portal or a platform for us to meet on or anything. So that's still there. We already have a couple platforms. You have the Skype platform, which you can do on live one there, and then you also have the BeLive, which we already all know about that. And I hope that I have a feeling that Griff is going to have something out very soon because out of 14 coders, come on, and these guys were voted. I think Griff knows about it. Voted as coders of the year, something kind of crazy with it or anything. That's how great these coders are. So I'm sure that they'll come out with something first because they want to. They have egos that they want to be the best in the industry. So if that makes sense. But let me go back to where we need stuff inside the group. Keep your eyes out. I know because that way I'm not the only one because sometimes you guys see stuff better than me because you might be in the right place and the right time. Something that's going to rank our stuff, websites and videos and all that. We need to find something like that. PBNs are good, but somebody's coming out with a PBN thing, but I don't think it's going to work as great. I mean, I'm just telling you to be honest. I would love to see Griff come out with something that's basically going to be working year after year. Because the one gentleman, and it's Griff's buddy Josh. I love to make him smile, you know that. Coming out with that, but I looked at it, it has a lot of holes in it, and it's not going to really work. But I would love to see Griff create something where we've already talked about it now. Griff talked to me about it. Is having a bunch of private blog networks. That's what PBN stands for, just in case some of you guys don't know, because sometimes I take it for granted, But what I told Griff, this is my wish list. I know he's working on it and trying to figure it out. Something with the PBNs and all this stuff and video sharing sites that's going to help get all our stuff working right away to get stuff ranked. And that's my wish. Griff, any word on that, or is it still in the workings, or what?
The problem is being under Google's radar. Staying under the radar. That's important. And that's why PBNs are really a touchy issue with me because they're on Google's radar. And it just takes the most minuscule footprint somewhere, and you're done, period.
What about some of these authority sites? I know, like, for example, there are high authority sites. They put anything on there. Is there a way to that your guys know, because they have so much going on. They have so many feelers out there.
You have to have APIs. You know, if they have an API, we can connect. If they don't have APIs, we can't.
Okay. Because I know that there's some websites or blogs that they put anything on, it'll rank real quick up on top of everybody else's. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, until Google slaps them, and then all your work goes down the toilet. That's always the history with Google. You know, you find a trick, and you exploit the devil out of the trick. But you're just fooling yourself, because if you're banking your income on a patch, that patch is going to fall apart, and your income's going to go down the drain. So the ultimate idea is to get something that Google loves, endorses, and blesses. Now, there aren't enough high authority sites for video that have APIs. There aren't many. You got a half a dozen of them. There's not many. That's changing day by day by day. That changes.
See, here's when these authorities can rank higher and make your competitor. And I got that going on right now. You see what I'm saying? And that's why somehow, some way, you guys are going to be hired as reputation management. I talked to Griff about this, where that some way you're going to have to overcome bad press and bad stuff. And I know that Griff has a buddy that has a nice course that does that right now. And I'm trying to get my hands on it so that I can, show a little bit about how to help you guys, because you guys are going to have problems. I promise you that. Because the more clients you're going to get, and I'm sure Griff has it too, the more they're going to complain about stalkers or stuff that they can't get higher on. Right, Griff?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, reputation management is based on SEO. You're going to get rid of bad press with good press, and the only way to do that is with SEO. And currently today, the only really good way to do that is with video and streaming it. That's the only way. You've got to have some, and here's the old trick. Okay, the old trick was having a bunch of old YouTube channels, old accounts. Now, those work, but Google's catching on to that. So that day is going to be very short-lived very soon, too. If you can grab some and exploit them today, that's fine. 6 months from now, forget about it. It ain't going to happen. So Google is, everybody, slaps Google, but they're doing it for a reason. They only want quality crap out there. So as soon as they find out which marketers are screwing it up for everybody, they shut them down, period. These guys that are out there blasting 500,000 authority YouTube channels, you don't think Google knows about it? I mean, honestly, come on. There's guys out there who are selling the shit out of them. And all they're doing is putting the money in their pocket, and they don't give a rat's ass about who they're selling them to, because they're not telling them they're not going to be any good in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 months. I'm not in this game for 3 months or 6 months. I'm not basing what I do on today, tomorrow, and 6 months from now. I try and do what's going to be good next year so we can use it for a year and then build on it. That's my idea of a sustainable business. There's all kinds of shit I could pump out if I just wanted to sell it tomorrow. I'm not in that business. I don't want to be in that business, and I don't want the reputation that's going to hang on those other guys hanging on me. So I won't do it. I'll give you guys a recommendation. Say, hey, you know what? Try it. Go try it. But don't bet the bank on it. Don't second mortgage your house because it's going to make you $1 million. It'll make you some money short term. But if you're only looking for short term, God bless you, because this world isn't built on short term. So not in my estimation anyway. Of course, that all depends on North Korea. So I don't know.
Anybody have any software that they're using that's ranking stuff with SEO? I used to use SE Nuke. It's garbage. It doesn't work. The reasons I say is because I look at all the links that they say that we're supposed to have backlinks on, and it doesn't even exist. They'll say, oh, we made 600 backlinks for you. Right now, Griff's product, which is inside the agency, is the only one that I see that really does work. And I'm wondering if anybody else has something that's easy to use that's really producing results. That's getting something very quick. What's easy to use.
Yeah, mine is the only one that works.
I'm using money robots, which I've had success with on low competition.
Money robots. How much is that a month?
$95 or more.
Yeah, I think it's around about 95 or so, but you can buy the lifetime version for one, which is about I think it's about $500 for the lifetime. But you know, depending on how big you want to get, you would probably need to scale up and run it on different VPSs.
Yeah.
So you got like loads of different VPSs running money robots. But I've got success running that.
That's one of Holly's ex-partners.
Oh, Holly. Yeah,
You know, that's what I'm saying. You want to go that route. That's a whole different animal. That's a whole different critter.
Yeah, I've got no time for that.
And VPSs and all that crap. No, thank you. I don't have the budget built for it.
Yeah.
You know, that's a woman that she can lose 500,000 domains and not blink an eye. You know, I honestly think that one probably owns 5% of the domains on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
And she claims that
they've slapped her a couple of times. They've cost her dollars.
Yeah, even last year as well, she got whacked as well, and that's why I think she went to YouTube. But she got whacked using YouTube as well. But the way that she was using it, she's now doing something different, where she says she's only using one channel. But I don't believe it for a second, because I mean, imagine you running thousands of videos in one channel. That one channel goes down, you're screwed.
Oh, without a doubt. Google's not stupid. You know, you start doing black hat shit with Google, you're skating on thin ice. And the longer you do it, the thinner the ice gets. So
It's true.
Anyway.
I know Holly Cooper. I mean, she's a good person, but she does delve hard into that black gray area. And sooner or later, if you think you're smarter than Google, it's just not going to happen. Because sooner or later, they catch up to you. And it's not if, it's when. That's the hard thing. And I don't want to see you lose a valuable YouTube channel or a valuable website that you spend a lot of time sending a lot of backlinks to.
I've got something here that I want to give you guys, which is pretty underground. But
underground's good here. I mean, whatever works to get your jobs done or my job done is fine.
The thing is, this is from probably 2004, and it's still working today. And if you can get your head around that, you're probably going to have to read it a couple of times. And please don't pass it on to anyone else.
No, nothing. And I like this small group because see the sharing that's going on. This is the value of being inside the group. And I think that you guys will agree that this is what you're looking for and everything. And here's the thing. I do, I mean, nobody else is going to tell you this, but I do recommend going to Black Hats groups and Black Hat World and Black Hat this. I belong to all of them too. But that's how I got started in this industry, because it wasn't really black hat you're going into. Like a lot of it's still white hat. You just choose what you want to use and then you leave the rest. But if you don't use some of the good stuff, you can't compete in this world because it's not readily available and out there. That's the rough part about it. I hate to say it, but people are not playing by the same rules that everybody else is playing. And that's the truth. And I don't want to see you guys lose. If you can have a $200 a month client, I don't want to see you lose it. And I've talked to other folks out there, and a lot of them say, oh, it's streaming and streaming and streaming. And some of them are not good people I've talked to. And Griff actually had to sometimes enlighten me. Right, Griff? All right, thank you. He knows what I'm talking about. And sometimes I'm too trusting. And sometimes I'm talking to a snake that I didn't realize is a snake. And I think, oh, geez, well, this person, but I'm finding out through Griff that he's a backstabber, you know, I think, and not to be trusted. And you know, if he can take your money or cheat you or ruin you, he will, right, Griff?
Oh yeah.
And if I had to name a weakness that I have, I sometimes become gullible or too trusting, and because I want to trust that people are good, but they're not necessarily good. Griff sometimes has to lead me away so that I don't put my head in the chopping block.
You gotta excuse my mouth, but I told the guy last week to go fuck himself and the horse he rode in on. You all know him, and he's not a large marketer, but he is a big marketer, and he's a lion, snake, thief, snake in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked for a favor because he owed me a favor, and he told me he'd deliver on the favor. And then he came up with excuses, so I told him exactly what I thought about him.
Yeah, it's really.
You know, there's nobody too big in this world, and you piss me off, and that's exactly the stand I take. So that's just me. You know, that's just I have no time for bullshit. I have no time for it. I just don't.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing: is that he promised so many times, and he backs out of promise. You know what? All we have inside this in this world is our word. And if you basically go against it 6-7 times, it's like shame on me, shame on me, shame on me. And after that, it's like, hey, you know what? I don't trust you anymore. And that's really how it is. You're going to find very few people that you can trust in this internet marketing, and be honest, besides possibly family. It's just they're money grubbers. They don't really care. That's just how it really is.
I can count on one hand how many people I trust in life, in general, not just on the internet. And I can't count on 3 fingers how many people I trust in the internet business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So basically what Dave shared, that's gold. If anybody has stuff, nobody's going to share it outside the thing. I already trust everybody here, and we already know everybody. We really do. And just keep coming up with stuff. If you see something, if you see a piece of software, if you see something that everybody wants to invest in or something like that, you know what? Whatever it takes. But most of the times you're going to find out only a couple or 2 or 3 people are going to invest in it, because the other ones might not need it. And that's really it. But definitely keep your eyes out there. If you have questions, here's the thing. You guys already know everything. I said this before. People are making a lot more money than you by knowing a lot less. The only difference is they're doing it 10 times what you're doing. And then Thomas will actually tell you right away. We're in a group, and there's only one, and I think there's 700 people in the group, and they're paying a lot of money every month. There's only a couple people are doing it.
Yep.
And it's not 100, 200. It's some of it's like $300-400 depending on what level you're in. And that's why you have to really start doing it. Once you start doing it, you're going to have questions. You're going to have success rates too. But then you say, well, Jim, I closed 3 or 4 of them. Congratulations. But this 5th one, I can't figure out how to get them done. Or here's the case study. He has these websites on this, and maybe he's ranking, let's say, for example, roofing Atlanta, Georgia. Anybody have any question or answers how to get this guy ranked? See, the ranking part is going to be your biggest obstacle. I'm going to tell you straight off. The streaming is going to be good, but some of these guys have more powerful authority sites than we do. Blogs. They're a higher page rank that are maybe 2002. That's what I'm trying to get to, really, is that we have to come up with software or some kind of ways that are a little bit easier to actually push a couple buttons, and since we're paying monthly, let that sucker work and start ranking above him, hopefully within a week, and beat that SOB. And that's what your jobs are. Once you come up with that, you're going to be very confident in asking people for that to get into the service. Right now, you can do that with low-hanging fruit. You all know that. You know, for example, best roofer in Atlanta, Georgia, or let's say metal roofs in best metal roofs in Atlanta, Georgia. You see the long tail keywords, more low hanging fruit. That's going to be the easiest for you to rank. But if you're going for roofing Atlanta, Georgia, I don't think you're going to get it, even a video, because you have a lot of guys that are doing it. That makes sense. So that's our obstacle right now. It's not just your obstacle, that's my obstacle. Is I need something that that's going to be able to kick the you know, get the job done on these more competitive keywords. I'm in the same boat as you. But here's the thing. This is where the best money's made. This is the most money. You will make more money doing with the offline clients than you will do with affiliate marketing. The reason is because there's so many people and putzes that are inside the affiliate marketing. They got too big a list. They're switching cookies out. That's another thing. I know that Griff already knows this. I was talking to Chris the Hitman. And I don't know if anybody knows Chris Hitman. He's a very nice guy, big internet marketer. And him and a few other ones found out that there's guys out there that are somehow doing this. I have no idea, but Griff probably knows how they're going to say that you sold, supposedly you're supposed to have sold 20 affiliate products or for affiliates, something like that, 20 sales. How would you like to know that out of 20, you might only get credit for maybe 4 or 5 because he stole your cookies? That's already happening to me.
Wow.
That's making me sick to my stomach. I've lost a lot of income because of this. See, here's the thing. You say, isn't there laws? Yes, it is illegal. But how do you sue or how do you go after somebody that's outside the country? Let's say Colombia, India, Pakistan, Egypt. You can't touch them. And so that's why I'm trying to tell you that affiliate marketing is fine, but they can do it with ClickBank and all these things. I'd rather see you focus on the offline. Offline is not going anywhere. If you think it's going anywhere, then you might as well say there's not going to be any more internet or any more Google. And you're able to do what you're saying you're going to do, you can make so much more money than anybody else. These guys that are like working for Yellow Pages, because those are the ones that are going after the customers too, Yellow Pages. How do you overcome that? You basically say it's a foot stock. It's a thing. It's a Yellow Pages is old fashioned. It helps you keep the door open. And then yeah, but it's a directory. How do you find anybody in the directory? Your services are much more needed, and people want to work with an individual, not with a big company that can't get anything done. Because all they did was they hired a bunch of people that are just fresh out of college that maybe took an elementary SEO class. You can have a 6-figure business within 12 months or more or sooner. That's really more of a promise. If you become a little bit more aggressive and you already have a lot of the tools right now to get it ranked, you just need some stuff that's going to suffer. It's going to be a lot easier. See, back in the old days, it was SE Nuke. All I had to do is put three websites in there, or YouTube channels in there. And I just I put I put the kind of pyramid that I want to go. So let's say for the full Monty or something like that or whatever it was, and I clicked the button and bam, and I could even schedule this stuff while I was sleeping. It was the coolest thing ever, and I would get ranked. I crushed any competitive niche I wanted, and it would send hundreds and hundreds of backlinks. It was the best software now. See, here's the thing: is that they don't support it anymore. They got a lot of people on it, but they don't support it anymore. What we're looking for is something to support it, and it does dang works right out of the box. And I know that you guys would be willing to pay $150 a month if you found something that works. I would, because one client is going to pay for that. One client's paying for it, but the rest of them, it's already going to be working, so it's like working on its own. What's your thoughts on it, Griff?
I'm
Some of these guys, even SE Nuke was even doing press releases. It was doing everything.
I'm not money motivated, so I have a problem charging a whole lot of money.
Oh no, I'm just saying we're still. I'm just saying that. Here's the thing: it's well needed in the market.
I'm known for having, my reputation is based on having products that work, and they produce, right out of the box, and you don't have to fiddle with them; they just work.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan, I'm gonna throw this over at you real quick. Just log out and log back into Facebook, and all your pages and shit will be there. Sometimes you got to re-log in that API before it catches your stuff.
Okay.
Because my guys checked it, it's fine.
Okay.
Building on my stuff is another issue, and we got so involved in cranking out new products once a month that enhancing the products we already have became an issue. So I stopped it. I have one new product sitting on a shelf. I'm not going to release that product maybe until, it may not be till November. I am going to release MediaCaster, and that will be the first week in September, I think. I got to pick a date, but it'll be right at the end of August, first week of September, about the same time I launched EasyGram last year. MediaCaster has never been released. It's always been an OTO, and it's probably one of the most powerful products I own. And it got lost in the shuffle. It got used as OTOs and OTOs and OTOs, and it's great, but that's not its, it deserves to be out there. I've been putting some space between live streaming apps that have been released, and then I'm going to hit it hard with that one. The end of this month. That's what I'm doing, and then I've got a killer autoresponder tool, which we're going to release right after that one. And the autoresponder is going to auto-respond with GIFs and video and whatever the hell you want to do with it. It'll do everything and anything an autoresponder should do that none of them do now. That's next in the works. Nobody knows about it. I haven't talked about it. James knows about it, but I replaced the content launch with that one. I took that one off, and I did the video launch instead. I wanted to put some space between software and the internet market and me. So I did it with content. That's that part. I'm going to spend, after the launch in September, after the autoresponder launch, I'm going back into product development, into my existing products. So the time and energy and money is going to be spent on what I already have instead of the next bell and shiny whistle and all that crap. It just makes no sense to me. Exciter was a good launch. Social Marketer was a good launch. We're combining the products and making a powerful product, all-encompassing. That's the direction I'm taking. I'm not burning myself out anymore on all these 30-day wonders. It's good. It works. It makes a little bit of money, but it's not what I want to do. That's not my goal in life, is to produce the most software on the planet. My goal is to have the best software on the planet. It might be limited. Now, we might do some limiting because Facebook is like Google. You start messing with her and she'll shut you down just as quick, if not quicker. So we're very careful what we do with Facebook. But I've never had anybody slapped on Facebook. I've never had anybody's account terminated on Facebook. The liability is on the user. It's not on me, but we put enough safeguards in there that I get bitched at sometimes. How come I could only do 1,000? Or how come I can only do 700? Well, there's a reason for it. The guys overseas don't care. They got 500 Facebook accounts. They don't care if 4 of them get shut down. I do. Because the one guy that's going to do it by mistake is the one that's going to get hurt. One of you could all of a sudden blast out 2,000 responses, and you're slapped and shut down for a week. I don't want that happening to anybody under my umbrella. That's just me. I protect my software. I protect the people I protect my customers, whether they like it or not. Honestly, it's just me. I'm just an old hard ass, and I just believe that certain things should be a certain way, and take it or leave it. That's just the way I think. So, James, did I answer your question?
Yeah. Then I have another question that's on the side about a bully that on the internet, on the Google, that I was going to ask you on the side. Something I don't want to put out publicly, but there's a thing. Like I said before, I told you why. I'm looking for a piece of software to overrank bullies or trolls or stuff like that. I know that you guys are going to need it too. You need something that's going to rank higher than anybody else's. There's some people that will have an authority blog or something like that. No matter how you try to protect your customer, they're still going to rank higher because he has more shitty backlinks to it. He has more shitty authority on it, and That's just how it is. And that's why you guys got to keep your eyes off, because you're going to have a really great, like let's say it's a doctor, and you have somebody who's jealous of your doctor client, right? And you're going to have come up with an idea or some way to outrank that guy who's trying to trash him. What are you going to do? You're going to lose your $500 a month, or are you going to come up with something that's going to rank or push it higher? And that's just what that you really need to start keeping your eyes open. And plus, that's going to, if you can find something that ranks it real quick over thing, it's going to make your lives easier, even if it's not a troll or something, because you just it's like it gets it done quicker and faster. And that's why you want to keep your eyes out. I'm keeping an eye. So if I find something, you guys will be the first to know. I'm scouring hard every day to find something. But I've seen stuff, but it just doesn't work when I go under reviews over it. Because I'm not going to, and then what I'm going to do is I'll tell you what I'm getting or purchasing, if it's a monthly or whatever, and I will give you a review and a testimony and tell you exactly this. I'll show you the inner workings of it, and I'll say, hey, if you want to get it, this is the cost of it. I'm not getting anything out of it, okay? Number one. I'm not here to actually sell you affiliate product and make shit money on it. I'm here to help you guys get stuff done. And I feel like you're vice versa. You're looking to help me and help the other members of the group here. So I'm just keeping an eye out for something that hopefully works. I will keep an eye out for you guys, and so that hopefully, because once you find that tool, it's like that just makes you tons of. It'll make you rich. I mean, something like, for example, the one like I said before, SENuke, it did press releases, it did WikiLeaks, it did this. It was a powerful tool, man. Until now, just like Griff said, Google caught up with it, and it freaking doesn't work anymore. And it even had proxies that it was using too. And I was so disheartened, and I needed something, so I used it again for 3 months, even though it was wasting money, and I still couldn't get anything ranked. Because I would go to those links that it said, and I copy and paste it and put in Google, and it didn't come up nothing. And then, for example, let's say I used it for, I'm not bullshitting you, for a month, I might have got 2 or 3 backlinks on it. Isn't that sick? So that's the pain that I have. That's going to be the pain that you're going to have, because you're going to want something that works. Once you find something like that, hopefully Griff will make something like that or figure it out. I know that his guys are already thinking of it. It will make us very rich once we have it. That's a promise. Because getting clients, that's freaking easy. I'm telling you, it's freaking easy, especially when you can resell results. The Facebook ads, it's okay, but I'd rather, see, here's the thing. It's Facebook ads and YouTube ads, that's all good stuff or anything. But you know what? It's not a big deal. Where it really is a big deal is where do you guys go when you want to find a handyman, or if you want to find a roofer? You go on Google. You don't go on YouTube. Anybody can freaking get something ranked #1 on Google or YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. It's freaking almost simple, easy. It's getting it ranked on Google. YouTube is. Do you go on YouTube to actually find the best plumber in your area? No. You go on Google. And that's where we have to focus on, guys, is trying to find something, some kind of piece of software. Because we can easily make backlinks, okay? And I can, and we all know how to go into these sites and put an account in. That's what SENuke does. Set up an account and go through all that rigmarole, then actually confirm the account on our Google thing. Now we have an account. Now we're gonna put one link in there to get one backlink. You know how much time that consumes? Consumes too much time. We need a piece of software that goes in there, creates those freaking or does the PBNs, it does the press releases, and does all these things to get this ranked real quick, so that we can get our stuff ranked and go on throughout our day. You don't want to spend 8 hours, 10 hours a day trying to get it done while pushing a button. It gets it done. And then some of the stuff like SENuke at the time, you can actually set it up so that it works 4 or 5 hours from now. That was the coolest thing. But like I said, it doesn't work anymore. And I was hoping that it would, because I knew the owners of Arib and all these guys that came up with SENuke. I personally knew them. And I started using it, and I was thinking that if it did use, I was going to try to get a special price for everybody. But if it doesn't work, I'm not going to get you a special price, because the shit don't work. So anything else before we jump off? I'm trying to make these quick and fast. My goal is to make them 30 minutes. Anybody, now here's the thing also, before, feel free to, if you have any questions, try to start one off on your own, a Google Live. If you have any questions, please ask. Sometimes I have so much going on play. It's not that I don't want to be here. It's just that sometimes I have to go drive somewhere, and it's hard sometimes, but I try to make every one of them. That way, if somebody starts it, I can even hit it from my phone and do it, you know what I'm saying? And be there, you know what I'm saying? It'll be much easier. Even if I'm driving and my wife's driving, I can still, you know, get in. But as long as that somebody starts it, that makes it a little bit easier for me, or Griff will be part of it. And also, if you do start it, hit Griff up on Skype. Griff is very seldom on the Facebook. That's why if you tag him, sometimes he doesn't see it, because we stay off of Facebook because we get hit by so many idiots.
I hate Facebook.
Yeah, and I get hit by Michael so much or anything, which I got to tell him that I don't want nothing to do with it, what he's trying to do or anything, and they don't like it. They don't like it because they get jealous because I just stay where I'm at. I'm happy where I go. It's low key. It's no stress, no pressure, and I feel comfortable. Sometimes I like being a cat where that I know where I get my milk. You know, that's just really it. And that's what you guys are gonna learn, is that this is a group that even if I'm not here, you guys have to start it and get it going, keep it going early. Everybody here has an answer for everything that's asked. You know that. Like Tom, he asked for a couple answers.
I just had a woman send me a support ticket. I just got done answering it. And I just had a package built while we were talking in here. Here's a woman that's been buying my shit for a year. Has never asked to have any of it upgraded. And wonders why the only product in her dashboard is the original one she purchased. She hasn't looked at her dashboard in a friggin' year. Wow. Now, how stupid can people be? It just, you know, it just astounds me. She's a good customer. I mean, she, between all the products, she spent, you know, $150. So I can't knock her as a customer, but I certainly can knock her ignorance. You know, why are you buying things like Exciter Pro and Social Marketer and, you know, everything that we've released in the last 12 months and never used it?
It happens all the time. Here's the thing that you guys are going to find out. You know, I'm going to give you, and it's truth. It's truth. You ask anybody out there. 90 to 90% of the stuff that people buy, they put on the shelf and they haven't went through it or even opened up the package. How many of you have already done that? You have stuff that you bought, you haven't even looked through it. Yes, yes, yep. yes. All raise your hands, because we all have products in there that we bought maybe $7 or whatever we paid for it. We didn't even go through the membership area yet. Here's the thing: stop buying stuff. And if you're not sure if you should purchase it, I've said it many times. Ask me. That's all. And then here's the number one thing: before you purchase it, make sure there's a guarantee on the sales page if you don't know or you're not sure about the product creator. I mean, that's very, very important, because I don't want to see you guys taken advantage of. Because you know what? They're marketers for a reason. They're not all to be trusted. They're like cash and grab. I mean,
so Griff, can you confirm from Tom that we have to purchase Marketing Madness, that will not be included in Easy Marketer?
Yeah, Tom already bought it. Yeah, video content like that, I have video partners with, that can't be included.
It's not his. It's not up to Griff, because that, I mean, I already talked to
You guys get all the software. Everything I ever release, software related, is part of the package. Content like that is not, because I can't.
Yeah, because it's not his say so.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the reason.
But
and if you guys didn't,
$15. It was so cheap when it first came open. I think it was $17 or something he sold. It was ridiculous cheap.
$17.95 and $24.95, and then it went to, I think, $24.95 and then $37. I think it's still dirt cheap. Every one of those video clips are going on Adobe for $80 a shot. I don't know how many I gave up in there, but I gave up like 80 or 90 of them between the front end and the OTO. and then all the custom overlays and glitches and those custom buttons. I had those custom buttons designed just for me. So I mean, this isn't PLR crap that's been patched together. It's all custom stuff. So you can't buy it anywhere else. Nobody can offer it. It's not an OTO anywhere. It's all dirt. It's dirt cheap. At $100, it would have been dirt cheap. So
and here's the thing. And I totally understand it, but I didn't ask. But I didn't even get a copy. Okay.
No, I know. I didn't.
But I'm not saying I want one, but it's not that. But I'm just saying that if I didn't get a copy, then that tells you basically that's just how it is, really.
No, the only person that got a review copy was Todd Gross.
That's it.
Ray Lane didn't. Nobody got it. Nobody got a review copy because I don't give it up. It's not free.
Yeah, because it's his partner. It's his partner. When he has a partner with somebody, it's something that it's not his choice. Like the software is basically his stuff, even though that it has the coders under it. But if somebody's actually,
I will tell you that my videographer is over 70 years old, and his granddaughter just had spinal surgery, and they straightened out 90% of her spine. And when she heals, she's only going to have about 70% of her movement. She's just a little girl. She's 10, 11 years old. We were doing this launch, really put some money back in his pocket so he could. He just got back this morning from the hospital from seeing her last week. So that's one of the reasons. I mean, there's usually an underlying reason why we're doing things, but I did this to help Dennis. That's why I scrapped all my shit and put this out there, was to help him. It's the only reason I did it, and because he's a friend of mine. That's what I do for friends of mine. You need something done, God damn it! If there's a way I can do it, I'm going to do it. Especially if there's a kid involved. I mean, I'll bend over backwards to do something where a kid's involved. But as far as internet marketers go, they can all kiss my ass. I cannot tell you how many of them wanted review access, and I said no. Period. You want it bad enough? Pay for it.
So I had to tell that, which I didn't mind, about at least 10 people that, which were high big time JVs. And they would usually get paid access.
$95 price. You know what? If you can't spend $20 as an affiliate to make yourself a couple of hundred, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'll never understand that. So, but I don't care. That's just
it's a good product or anything like this. So anyway, what about that wish list I told you about something getting it ranked with the PBNs and the press releases and the whole package?
We're working on something for that.
Okay. That'd be a lifesaver for everybody in the group. You know that.
Oh, it's a lifesaver for everybody. It's a matter of priorities, and that's trying to get our shit up. All the shuffling around that I've had to do since the heart attack, I've slowed down about 90%. And I've been taking some real long, hard looks at the direction my company is going to take. And over the next 3 months, I'm shutting down 2 of my servers and get rid of my hosting business. I'm getting rid of a bunch of shit is what I'm getting rid of. And I'm going to be just trimming it down, leaning it out, and concentrating on making what I've got better. That's my focus. That's my legacy. Killer products that work.
So any questions before we take off, guys? You know what? Don't think about it. Just say, geez, I should have asked. I don't care if it's a dumb question.
I've got one question. Griff, just for the agency, under your webmaster settings, under backlink and ping, and under website ping, so I've got like a couple of thousand pages I need to get indexed. And it just gives you the option to ping one website. Does that crawl all the pages, or
put them in there? Put them in a list, comma separated.
Okay, comma separated. Yeah.
Oh, you put as many in there as you want.
Okay.
Because it comes up with like you got to enter each one in separately. When you click on website ping, it just says blog name, blog URL, blog URL.
You're in the wrong tool.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll send you the page link for it.
Okay, thanks, Griff.
I'll have to go digging for it. No, there's one of them in there. You just drop the whole bloody list in there, hit go, and it just goes.
Oh, awesome. Cool. Because I just don't want to go out and waste money on buying another backlink thing where you got to ping everything.
That's one of the other projects. I mean, it's we talked about this. You know, I know I talked about it in here over a month ago. That's one of the projects that got stalled because of the new software, and that whole thing's going to be rewritten. So
Right.
It's a big deal. It was just a matter of me prioritizing things. So, and I forget if that was just before the heart attack or just after.
Right.
When what's his name released his bogus thingamabob he released a while back. No, that's going to have a whole new interface. That'll be a whole new everything. So it's on the list.
Because I went through the whole agency, and that's the only one I could find for website ping.
Yeah, no, that's. Hang on here, man. I'll see where they're at. See if he's still awake.
You guys believe it's Wednesday already?
It feels like
crazy.
It feels like Monday. Oh, I had this last 5 days for me has been short of a nightmare. I had a crew of Mexicans on my roof for 2 days. I don't know who did more damage, the crew of Mexicans or the hail. We finally got the roof done. The contractor finally showed up, fixed what they did wrong. Then we got the gutters put up. It's been, and all that in the middle of my friggin' launch. So it's like, I have a headache I can't get rid of. So I don't know. The world sucks sometimes.
What's good about those roofs, at least they last 25, 30 years at least. So you can do it again 30 years from now. You'll be 55 years old then.
Griff, I love that little video, that little 2-second video that has James Knight in it with the sort of explosion. I need to link to that. I've looked through there and I cannot find that link to save my life. You had it on. You got it in the. You got it in the mastermind.
Oh, if you need the one that just says James Knight, I'll just send it to you.
That said James Knight. Wow. How did you make that, Chris?
That is a dynamite. I'm thinking, good Lord, all you got to do is just change the name for practically everybody or the group. I mean, that's a dynamite clip.
It is. It is done. Hang on a second, because I'm typing here.
Yep. In fact, your whole Easy Video Marketer RX, I mean, that is unbelievably complex, but it's got everything you practically ever need for marketing, ever.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yeah, so it's, yeah.
That's a template that I bought on not Code Canyon, but Envato, and it's all done in After Effects.
Yeah,
it's really not hard, but it's After Effects.
Gotcha.
Template effects. Now I crank those out. I can make one of those every 30 seconds. It depends on the horsepower of your computer too. I mean, it's, if you're on a regular little laptop, that one little 2-second clip could take you 35 minutes to render.
You make something like that, a piece of software, I guess, with selling on the open market or something like that. That would be kind of cool.
Oh my goodness.
See, Thomas wants it now. I see.
I mean, it's the best that there is. In fact, I'm just tripping. Our group ought to sell Griff's All Easy Marketer Pro all the time. I mean, nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about this. No,
they don't. And see, here's the thing: is the other marketers, they know that Griff stuff is good, so they kind of It's like circles and cliques, like high school. And when you know somebody has a that's really good, you kind of keep them down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Rick knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because they fear him, because he can literally take over the industry.
Yeah.
If people used every different program in there, I mean, none of us would be, I mean, we'd be so wealthy, we wouldn't be able to talk to the bank. But, you know, there's no way you can use everything in Easy Marketer RX. I mean, just no way.
No.
So it almost seems like you should sell each part separately. I know you've done that, but in a way, it's just so complex that most people can't comprehend or take the time to learn it. I mean, I can't. It's really a difficult. But yeah, I guess you just got to focus on one part, learn it, and go to the next one.
Well,
You have to focus on the most important to you.
yeah.
If it's ranking, then you focus on your ranking stuff. If it's video making, you got to focus on your video and stay categorized, because you may not be interested in Facebook. Stay away from that for now.
Yeah, everybody's got their own thing, and and I've got a little bit for everybody and everything, and that's the problem most people have with agencies. They stumble around in there, and you can't. You have to stay focused. If your focus is video, you use the video tools. If your focus is Facebook, you use the Facebook tools. We are busting it apart. It is going to be two separate platforms. It's going to be a video Google platform, and it's going to be a Facebook platform. It will be two different portals. Because it's in all actuality, for us, managing that platform is a headache at the moment.
Oh, it's a big headache. Super headache.
Put in a new piece of software, and we're debugging for weeks because we don't know what script triggered something in another script. And they're all isolated, but with CodeIgniter, sometimes things carry over, and it can be a little bit of an issue. It's just like our web page builders. I'm tearing both the web page builders out, and I'm consolidating one and putting one back in. So there are some changes in the wind. So this web page builder that launched about 3 weeks ago, that everybody touted as this great, wonderful new thing, is a bunch of bullshit, because I've had the code for 6 months. So beta version was actually inside agency. It's still there now.
Right.
But that's being torn out. So the other version is going to be stuck back in there. Yeah, I'm all, I don't talk about everything that I do, but there's a lot going on. A whole lot going on. So being able to make a little tool that does all that fancy little gizmo stuff that I do with the After Effects stuff, yeah, that would be great. But it's difficult. Well, you could use I think you could use Inkscape. I think there's some free AE tools that are out there that'll open up an After Effects project. Some of them can be server based. If I can figure out a way to make that server based and make it a little quickie tool, I will. But right now, I just had to crank them all out manually, so it doesn't take very long. But they're fun. They're eye catchers.
Yeah.
So I just downloaded a package of 3,000 transitions, and I'm trying to figure out how to make transitions and glitches more usable in video. But there's a whole bunch of templates out there, but if you don't have After Effects, and if you don't have Premiere Pro, and you don't have all the fancy tools to make them work, they're useless to the general public. They're just useless. You can't use them in Camtasia. It doesn't work. Camtasia doesn't do any blending, so you can't blend timelines together. So it makes it crap at that point, which is a problem I have at Todd Gross. We had to take part of what we launched last week and redo it in green screen, so some folks could use it in Video Builder. So I didn't want to do that, and I only did part of it. I didn't do all of it. Video's tough. Video tools are tough because they got to work, and if you don't have the right shit, it ain't gonna work. So
Now you know how tough this business is. Stick with offline clients, please. I'm telling you, I know. Don't try to be a product creator or anything. Just stick with the offline clients. Try to get your stuff ranked. It's much easier, much simpler, and it's a more forgiving audience or customer. Okay, the customers that we have or what Griff has are, you know what, they're real picky. Your customers, once you build a bond with somebody and they're spending $200 a month, like $197, $165, or $497, you build a friend. They're going to stick with you forever, and especially if you're only getting them a small amount of the results that you promised them.
I have about, I don't know what the count is. I haven't counted lately. I have a customer base of over 3,000 people. I have a base of loyal users of around 300 people. And depending on the product that I put out, those 300 will buy. And it's taken me 2 years to get that. And it's taken me a year to build on the loyalty of those people to maintain it. That's why I don't market much. I don't put much shit out there. I mean, they don't want to hear about it. And honestly, I don't want to pester them with it. But if I promote something, it's because I bought it, I like it, and I feel my people can use it. There's a cryptocurrency thing that came out that I bought it with PLR rights, and I'm going to develop some stuff around that. But it's got to be useful. It's got to be. Everybody's got to want it. You guys need to once you get your list built, you'll know what the hell I'm talking about, because that becomes your nest, and you guard it and you nurture it and you help things grow inside of it. And all that does is make you money. That's all it does. Sooner or later, it starts making you money. Now, when Cyril Jeet releases his meme thing next week, don't you dare buy it, because it'll probably be crap. The meme thing is a done, dead issue. I don't care what anybody says. Unless they're square and unless they're video, people don't watch them.
You can make your own memes. Okay? There's free stuff out there that you can make your own memes.
I had those made.
I mean,
I had that one.
Yeah, I'm looking tighter because I have free stuff that I already use to make memes, so I'd rather save you money instead of paying something that may not work next. And because the software is much better than what he's going to put out, even though it's free.
You have a meme creator in agency. Video Composer Pro was built as a meme creator. You can take a photo, you can take a video, you can overlay text, and you can stream it. That's a video creator. It was built as a video creator. It was never promoted as
a stream. Yeah.
You have it. It's there.
Wow.
I don't know what else to tell you. It's not hard to use. There's 2,000. There's over 2,000 video clips in that tool, and none of the ones I just sold.
Wow.
Over 2,000 clips in that tool. Over 2,000. If you're out there buying PLR video crap, stop. There's absolutely no reason to. Over 1,000 audio clips inside that tool. And that was all part. I mean, the only thing I ever tied that tool to was SynthExposer when I released SynthExposer last year, and the meme tool was part of it. But that's what that was built for. That was built as a meme creator, plain and simple. But it live streams, and it live streams to YouTube, video, and Twitter. It's been doing that for over a year and a half. That's not a new tool. It's an old tool. And actually, that tool was created before Live Stream Genius. I was streaming live with that tool before anybody was. That was the very first live streaming tool.
Let's see, Griff, is your old, let's see, you came out with a video, with a group of pictures and things about a year and a half ago. Is that still in existence, and can we buy that, and do we need it?
Well, I don't remember which one what.
I don't remember either. Is there anything that we need as far as pictures and video that you have that, all right, it's probably your original product?
Social video memes?
I believe so. Social,
That was 2 years ago.
yeah, uh-huh.
You have all that in Video Composer.
Oh, we do. Okay, gotcha. All right, good.
No, you don't need to buy anything.
Yeah, all right. Gotcha.
Well,
No need. All right.
Because I took all the monthly membership from the video memes membership, and I moved them all into Composer because everything was in Composer. And I wanted to stop producing the 30 clips every month. I got to be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's right. That's what. All right. So we've got it.
I put everything in there, and then every time we get new clips, I just load them in there. It's just they're just there.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I'm going to buy. There's actually a PLR product that came out today, I think. I'm going to buy it. But that's going into the Video Composer. It's got PLR, so all I got I just load it as content. That's all I do.
All right.
So, yeah, huge stuff. Yeah, his versions 1, 2, and I think this one was 3, but his versions 1 and 2 are in there too. So already there.
You know, it's amazing that we've got already so much stuff. I mean, it's crazy that we even think about buying new things.
Yeah, well, it's a shiny object syndrome. You know, it's new and you got to have it, and I got to buy it, and you don't think about where you might already have it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, before you buy it, just ask Griff. Say, hey, is this in there? And see, all it is that they're naming it something else. You just don't realize it's already in there. And then because I did that all the time, so I said, Griff, do we have something like this? He goes, yeah, it's there. I can't find everything in there because it's labeled different things than what it really does. You know what I'm saying? Like Video Composer, like, for example, but you can't name it. Like, for example, gift maker or meme creator. In a way, I'd rather see it done like that, you know what I'm saying? But beggars can't be choosy, you know? So I'm just grateful that's in there anyway. That's why when I first got in there, I clicked each and every link to see what it does. And then to this day, I don't even remember what I clicked.
That's right.
That's the other thing.
That's the problem. That's the problem that we have. We can't remember all of 500.
That's exactly it.
That's because your marketing efforts are scattered. Once you focus on what you're doing, and then you figure out that these are the tools I need for what I'm doing, and the rest of
it in there that use over and over.
Yeah, you know, there's guys that go in there and just use it for MediaCaster. There are guys that just use it for Exciter, and that's fine because it's worth every nickel of what they're using it for.
Yeah. Right.
Social Marketer, shit, I don't even know that anybody's using Social Marketer anymore, and that's one of the most powerful Facebook tools on the planet. But people forget. They go on. They move on. They just, you know.
That's exactly it. You forget, you know, or you get busy with life. Life keeps you busy. Yeah. You know, health problems or family problems or siblings problems, you know, and house problems, money problems. You have so much stuff that hits you on the thing. And that's why, like I said, even with these things, life hits me. That's why sometimes I'm not on time or have this. I'm only human. So that's why it's good, really, around 2:30, 3 o'clock, just click it. You know what? It's great. That way, I don't feel like I have the whole world on my shoulders. You know, imagine if you were responsible, you guys, just one of you guys was responsible, setting it up at every time. You know, let's say you had to go for a medication or something like that, or you had to take your wife somewhere or whatever. That's why I just started. There's enough people on here. Even 3 or 2 people can discuss something quite a bit. But questions inside the group are very powerful. Because that way, for example, Thomas could be at a movie, but when he gets back, he'll see it. And he'll say, I know the answer to that. Because usually within 10, 12 hours, everybody's going to see it by then. That's where most of your answer is going to get. And that's why I was able to answer that, because I saw, okay, this is this. Okay, here's the solution to this. Is split testing. Because just because you do one thing, don't think that it's not converting. You're getting customers seeing it, you don't have them actually clicking the button. There's a reason for it. But like I said before, copying is probably the best way, but don't rip them off. You know, change it a little bit, but and put some better stuff on there, but see how they did it and why they're doing it.
Here's a money maker. If somebody out there is looking to make some money, that's not a lot of money in one shot, but it's a lot of little pieces of money over the long term. Is you buy that little that little AE template that I bought for extended rights was $140 or whatever the hell it was, and you set up a little website and you offer those little gizmos to people for $10 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you could sell those for $10 a piece?
Of course you can.
How many could you sell with the guy's name in a bam or whang, with an explosion? People love that shit. You want one? Sure, $10. Take you 30 seconds.
Businesses will buy them too.
Sure they will. If I didn't have all this shit going on, that's all I'd be doing. Is I'd be selling video gizmos. That's all I'd be doing, because I can make them quick. And at $10 a piece, I can make $300 or $400 a day doing nothing.
Right.
And then offer it on Fiverr.
It could be a Fiverr case too.
Now, what was the product that you got that from, Griff?
Hang on a second.
Okay. Because I thought that was the most dynamic thing that I have seen. I mean,
I'll drop the link in here for it.
Okay. Yeah.
If I can get this bloody thing to load here. Oh, there's all kinds of things. I mean, I have bought. I was looking at my Vado and Graphic River. I have purchased over 600 pieces of stuff in the last 2 years. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
And that's a lot of money. That's on Video Hive. That's a template. All you do is open it up in AE, change the text, render it, done. Bang, finished.
Wow.
Oh, but it's one of those little stupid things that, if a guy wanted to make money with it, he could make money with it.
Yep.
You build on it, and then you build on logos, animated logos, and then you build on little sayings, and you build on all these little animated doodads, and you put them up on a website, and you go $10 a piece, anything you want. Guaranteed 20 or 48 hours or 72-hour turnaround time. Custom for you.
Wow.
Ray Lane did that for years. Ray did custom stuff for a long time. And actually, I think he still does. He just doesn't tell anybody about it.
No, he doesn't tell you what he does. See, we're one of the few people, Griff and I, that will tell you all these secrets. Most people won't tell you nothing. They won't tell you how, Griff, like Ray, he won't tell you how he streams that stuff live. He keeps it all secretive. We're the ones that actually, it's like almost like the magicians, and they're showing off the tricks, but only to the small few people that are inside here.
Yeah.
You guys would never know what's going on, really. It's just how it is. It's very secretive business.
It's depending on your mindset. It really is. It's really all about your mindset and what you want to do. But and Dan, I mean, the thing with your Facebook headers, the newest, biggest, hottest thing that's coming down the road is the video headers on pages.
Yeah, I've been playing with that a little bit, and of course it's Facebook, and so one time you can upload a video, and next time you can't, and it's like Facebook's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Well, dimensions have to be right, and if I get on my YouTube channel, there's a gal called Premier Gal, and she works strictly in Adobe's products, whether it's AE or Premiere Pro or whatever she's working in. But she's got a whole walkthrough on setting up the dimensions and adding text and doing all that happy shit to video headers for Facebook. And they work and they're great. And I'm trying to figure out how I can template them as a bonus to something for some time. But you can't do it in Camtasia because Camtasia limits you to the videos, to the dimension of the video itself. So
I might have a solution. You may like this product, and it's ending soon, so I'll jump on it sooner than later. It is really good. Really good. Six hours left until it ends.
what is that?
It's called Stencil. It's a lifetime buy for $49 for graphic designs. So basically, you can create any header set you want for Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. So they've all got the different dimensions. You can import your own images.
They're not video though.
Oh no, that's not video. No, sorry. If it's video you're after, that's something different.
Yeah, video's a different critter. Yeah, that's a
But
great place to get templates.
That is a really good tool that I've just recently got.
Yeah, that's a good one. I wouldn't knock it if you're looking for that kind of stuff. But you always gotta look down the road. What's coming, what's hot. And what's coming, what's hot is video headers and everything.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's true.
if I get it figured out now, then I'll have something to sell in 4 months or 5 months or 6 months when it explodes.
That'll be cool.
Once Facebook takes it off of pages and puts it on everybody's account, then those headers are all going to come alive, and it's going to be video, and a video service is going to make a lot of money. So, just a thought.
Last questions, best question. Or we'll just let you guys go and have dinner or whatever.
I'm packing. I'm flying away tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going on vacation. Have fun.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah. And like I said before, here's the thing. We'll try to get it started at 2:30. It doesn't matter who starts it really. And then that way people can jump on, when they're in,
Yeah.
And that's the best way. I told you how to do it. Just go under events. Don't go under live streaming. Events are the way to go once you get there. If you have any questions, just let me know. I've done hundreds of these things, maybe hundreds, because I had to figure out how to do it once Google Hangouts changed the whole operation on me. And for the longest time, for a couple of weeks, I couldn't even do a Google Live. It took me a couple of weeks to learn how or figure out how to get back in. It's like a back door.
Yeah, coming in cold, you're not going to find it.
So, all right, man. We'll see you later. Have a good one.
Guys.
You guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Talk
Bye-bye.
to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.